What's goody? What's up, OG? OG Boz Gal. What's cracking, man? Oh, man. Yeah, it's snowing. It's doing a little something. It's doing a little something. It ain't really sticking. It ain't really sticking. It's a little something. Just a little something. Nothing major, man. Little snow. Little snow. Little snow. Nothing major. Yeah, where you at, Cornelius? Hit the like button as you come in, man. We're going to get into this. The nightly news, man. Back at it. Back at it with the nightly news, man. What's up, degenerate? Oh, you a Jersey? Yeah, Jersey always got bad weather, man. I used to go up to Jersey all the time when I was a kid to Piscataway. I used to have family in Piscataway, but they moved to South Carolina. But when I was a kid, they lived in Piscataway. What's up, Alex Jackson, man? Salute, man. In here, man. In here, man. Crump, y'all heard about this situation with this little girl? She got slammed by a resource officer. This little, they only show you the last 2 seconds of the interaction with the cop. How many of y'all seen that? Everybody hit the like button as you come in, man. Let's try to get this notifications out, man. You can share this too. You can share this stream as well. Hit the notification and share. Fucking Crump out here working overtime. Crump is out here working overtime. Don't nobody care about that shit though. Poor Crump. He thought it was him. Crump thought he was the wave. Nah, getting Trump out of office was the wave. You wasn't the wave, Crump. Crump, you wasn't the wave. It was just getting they was trying to get Trump out of office. Now that Trump out of office, they don't care about your little complaints. Yeah, R.I.P. Screech, man. That's the real big news, man. R.I.P. my man Screech, man. That was my show. Saved by the Bell. I used to watch Saved by the Bell every Saturday. That was my show. I don't care. I don't care what nobody think. That was my show. My man Screech, man. My man Screech Dustin Diamond, man. My man Screech, man. The Illuminati killed Screech, y'all. The Illuminati killed him, man. He's a blood sacrifice for Zach, man. He was a blood sacrifice for Zach. AC Slater. Watch AC Slater get a big time movie role down because they sacrificed Screech, man. What's up, D Nightman? Illuminati, the Illuminati that got Screech, man. First Nipsey, now Screech. Ain't that messed up, man? They done got Screech, man. Yeah, Screech dead. What's up, Rayball? Screech is dead, man. They done, the Illuminati they sacrificed Screech, man. Screech was the first interracial relationship on TV. Screech and Lisa was the first interracial couple on TV, man. Man, this is sad, man. Screech was the first. Screech and Lisa was the first interracial couple, man. This shit is crazy. Y'all notice every commercial is an interracial couple now? Hit one of you notice that, man. Every commercial is an interracial couple, man. They overdoing that. I don't know what kind of Hollywood trick they trying to play on us, but they really overdoing it with the interracial couples on these commercials. I just want to see a commercial with a damn black man and a black woman, or a white man and a white woman. What happened to the old days, man? Every damn commercial is an interracial couple. Every one of them. Except for my Scoop, there it is. That Geico commercial. Scoop, there it is. That's the only one where it got two black people on it. Scoop, there it is. Hit me. Scoop, there it is. That's my commercial, man. I love that, Jay, man. Laka. That's my joint, man. Scoop, there it is. I love that commercial, man. I didn't even really like that song when it came out. I just liked the hook. What's up, Houston Phenom?
Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more. So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert? Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Damn, man, what the hell? This damn app be fucking up, man. What's going on? Let me cancel this app out, man. Sometimes you gotta do. Sometimes, man. All right, man. Come on, man. The fuck is going on, man? You won't conk out while I'm watching my favorite commercial? Man, that's my favorite commercial right now, man. Scoop, there it is. Hit me.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert? Aw, fresh vanilla, rock and roll, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, shakalaka, 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 scoop, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. Geico, switch today and see all the ways you can save.
If you like this video, be sure and share it with your friends. And if you'd like to see more Geico brilliance, hit the subscribe button. Scoop. There it is.
Alright, she did a little too much. Alright, we got enough Scoop, man. Scoop, there it is. Shakalaka, shaka. Shakalaka. That song was so whack. I went back and watched that song. I went back and watched that video of that song, man. That song was so whack, man. The verses on that song was whack. The hook was incredible, but the verses were whack, boy. It'll kill Screech, man. It'll kill Screech, man. R.I.P. to Screech, man.
Screech, hit it.
Oh, man.
I'm on right, sir. You said Screech, hit it. I'm on right, sir. You sack.
What?
He's good for America. Screech, you'll always be first to eat.
Could you at least talk to him? See how he feels about it?
That's alright. Just paint me blue and call me a smurf. Which means, let's hula down! Now just deep duckins you.
Come on, Screech. Compared to these two, you look good.
Which means, thanks for being slime balls. Guess who?
Oh, boys.
Hello? No. Oh, she's a big zit. Yeah, isn't it great? It's my first. Say hi to Murray. As we watch, solution should solidify a joke. Woohoo!
Don't let it go to your head.
I won't, sir.
Go ahead.
It's because I programmed him.
That's what he thinks.
So where's the microphone? It's hidden! You're kidding. Come on. Here's a beautiful...
Man, R.I.P. to Screech, man. R.I.P. to Screech, man. R.I.P. Screech, man. The Illuminati killed Screech. We gotta find out what happened to Screech, man. He said Screech was the white Urkel. Yeah, but Urkel had that alter ego, man. Stefan Arkell, man. Screech ain't have no alter ego, man. Urkel found a way to bag Laura, man. Urkel bagged Laura, man. He drank that juice and turned into Stefan Arkell, man. Screech ain't never get Lisa, man. I don't know if he got the draws. Who thinks Screech got the draws, man? I think he took her to the dance one time. He took Lisa to the dance. They was the first interracial couple, but I don't know if he got the draws, man. I wonder what Lisa feel about this, man. Her zaddy done died, man. Lisa zaddy done died, y'all. Lisa a bad witch, man. Lisa was a bad witch, y'all. What's up, low key, man? Lisa was a bad witch, man. I ain't got no pictures of Lisa, man. Yeah, Lisa was a bad witch, y'all. She was the first bad witch. You say nowadays Screech would hit, huh? Screech would have hit now. Screech came along too early. Screech had to pave the way, man. Screech crawled so that we could walk, man. He paved the way for interracial dating, man. Screech paved the way, man. Screech paved the way. Goddamn Screech, man. R.I.P. my brother. R.I.P. man. Somebody give me a city, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that super chat. Hit that PayPal. Hit that Cash App, man. Hit that like button. Share this. I'm about to go in, man. Y'all said bring the nightly news back. Y'all was asking me to bring the nightly news back. Well, it's back, motherfuckers. It's back. Y'all asked me to do that, man. Y'all said bring the nightly news back. It's back. Let's see what's going on in the A, man. Let's see what's going on in the A. Salute, Rax. Nightly news back at you, man. Nightly news is back, man. Y'all asked me to bring it back. Damn, Georgia girl dies after being shot inside her home. Didn't hear nothing about this. Didn't hear nothing about this. Georgia girl dies after being shot inside of her home. Damn, I ain't hear nothing about that. Salute, long story, man. Who was prettier, Lisa Turtle or Stacey? Oh, Lisa was prettier. Stacey Dash just got them eyes, man. Besides those eyes, Stacey Dash is mad regular, man. Stacey Dash is regular schmegular, man. She just got, hazel eyes, man. Stacey Dash is not really all that cute. If she just had regular brown eyes like every other black person, she'd just be another red bone, man. Another rando joint. What's up, Cyrus? Georgia girl dies days after being shot inside of her home. Look at this little girl, man. Somebody shot this little girl inside of her home. Police are looking for the shooter. The girl, 8-year-old Miracle Brantley, was inside of a house on the 2300 block of Ballard Drive in Bibb County when the shooting happened. She was taken to Navicent Hospital in critical condition. Later that night, she was flown by helicopter to the Scottish Rite Children's Hospital in Atlanta. She died Sunday morning. Police are looking for the person who shot the little girl. No tips. No tips. Shot in the head while sleeping. This little girl was shot in the head while sleeping. In Atlanta. What T.I. say? Wakanda? Wakanda. Another little girl gets shot. How many little girls have we covered getting shot in Atlanta? We had the one at the one that Black Lives Matter killed. Then we had the one at the mall a couple weeks ago. Now this one. Wakanda, man. Wakanda, hell on little girls, man. Wakanda is a hell on some little girls. Jeez Louise. Keisha Stinky Bottles. T.I. just be trying to use too many big words, man. He just need to talk, man. He using all them damn big words, man. Don't nobody talk like that in real life. Oh, man.
Live and local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News and coverage you can count on. Gunfire into a DeKalb County home hit an 11-year-old while he slept, and police say he was not the intended target. Good afternoon, I'm Fred Blankenship. Right now, that young boy is recovering.
Oh, this is another one. A young boy got shot. God damn.
The child's older brother about the crime.
That's another one. Shit.
Have been the target. Channel 2's Ryan Young is following these new developments in the case. He joins us live near the scene on Admiral Drive in Chamblee. Ryan, and we're told that.
Damn. Shit. School dead is hit me. Alright, let's see what else is going on, man. Some good news, man. Let's see some good news, man. Damn, police are pushing for a weekend curfew. They about to give Wakandans a curfew, man. What the hell you need a curfew for in Wakanda? Look at this shit. They trying to give them niggas down in Wakanda a curfew. What the hell? This is shocking. This is shocking, man. They trying to give Wakanda a curfew. I just don't get this, man. They uplift each other here, man. In Atlanta, they uplift each other. And they black people that are doing positive things down there. You know who I really feel for when it's a curfew, something like this? I feel for the other races, man. I feel for the Filipinos and the Iraqis and the Indians and the white people, man. They ain't doing none of this stuff. Now they gotta have a curfew. You notice that? Nobody ever talks about that. Nobody ever talks about the other races. Cause a curfew, everybody gotta go in the house. Everybody gotta go in the house, man. What's up, Kay Lane? Look at what black folk do to people, man. Look what we do to people. We cause them to have to go in the house early, man. They want a curfew down there in Wakanda, man. And can't nobody say nothing. That's the messed up part, y'all. Can't no Hispanics or no Middle Easterners or no Asians say nothing. Think about if you Asian and you got to be in the house at a certain time because it's a goddamn curfew, because you know who keeps shooting up the joint. You know who keep having broad daylight shootouts. So now it's a curfew. Somebody got to speak about this, man. It's not fair, man. This stuff is not fair. This stuff is not fair, man. Y'all think anybody from any of these other races gonna be brave enough to say something? Like, why we gotta be in the house? Why we gotta be in the house too? Why don't y'all just send the people in the house that is out here doing it? Why are you trying to make everybody go in the house early? Where they gonna move to where they ain't none of them at? Calix said murder this summer will be crazy. Well, last year was the record, so I mean I don't know what you mean by this summer gonna be crazy. Last year they set the record. You mean they gonna break the record the very next year? Is that what you said? But this is unacceptable, man. As a black person, I'm ashamed of this, because think about this, man. You a young Ethiopian dude, or a young Iraqi dude, or a young, white dude or whatever, and you in the prime of your life. You in your prime. You in your early 20s. You dating, you partying. And because a certain group of people can't stop having broad daylight shootings and mass murders all over the place, you gotta go in the house early. What's up, D-Night? Salute, D-Night. Nah, man. What's gonna make them better? The Democrats are in office. They're gonna be more lenient on crime, and then they're gonna slam them. See, the Democrats are lenient on crime and they're hard on crime. So they let everybody out the jails, and they no bail and all this crap. And then after stuff gets real bad, then they bring the hammer down. Democratic cities are just, listen, it don't matter who's in the White House. These cities are run by Democrats. Even when Trump was in office, the cities were run by Democrats. But this is sad, man. This is wrong, man. You making Asian, Chinese people and Japanese people and Indian people go in the house early when they not out there shooting people.
Police are investigating a shooting at Camp Creek Marketplace. 3 teenagers hurt by that gunfire are now recovering. This incident is just the...
Give me a race on these teenagers.
Developing this noon, police are investigating a shooting at Camp Creek Marketplace. 3 teenagers hurt by that gunfire are now recovering. This incident is just the latest at that shopping center in South Fulton County. Channel 2's Lauren Adams joins us live in East Point, where police say, Lauren, they want to enforce a weekend curfew. That's right, Sophia. You can see the yellow caution tape from the triple shooting last night. Police say this is a huge problem. They want to put in a weekend curfew, but they also have a strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan says it's been a problem.
You heard that. Black police chief. This little town outside of Atlanta got a black police chief. But look, do not leave your juveniles unattended. Man, that's a lot of pressure to put on parents. People gotta work. People gotta work, man. He told us some, do not leave your juveniles unattended.
A strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan's triple shooting last night. Police say this is a huge problem. They want to put in a weekend curfew, but they also have a strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan's.
He said, what the hell? Don't leave your juveniles unattended. What? What you mean? I gotta watch my goddamn 17-year-old 24 hours a day? Do you hear this shit? Is it just me? Hit one if it's just me. Am I the only one that hears this shit and says, what the hell? Is it just me? Am I crazy? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the super chat. Hit the PayPal. Hit a button, motherfucker. Hit a button. Somebody hit a button. Is it just me? Am I crazy? He just said, don't leave your juveniles unattended? What?
Curfew, but they also have a strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan.
I can't get over that, man. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on, man. I'm trying to get back. I really do want to see this whole thing. I can't get past that, man. I'm having a hard time. What's up, Necro? I'm having a hard time. A hard time getting past that one, man.
Problem. They want to put in a weekend curfew, but they also have a strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan says it's been a problem for 6 months. More than 200 juveniles leaving this AMC theater and heading to Camp Creek Marketplace, causing big problems.
When you have 250 to 300 children with nothing to do, they start being disruptive, fights may ensue, and people with guns start shooting.
Saturday night, 3 juveniles under the age of 15 struck with flying bullets. Earlier this month,
First of all, flying bullets. All bullets fly, idiot. But so 3 kids under the age of 15 got shot. Listen, man. Don't leave your juveniles unattended. So basically, you got to be around your kids 24/7. Because if you don't, they're going to terrorize the city.
from the triple shooting last night. Police say this is a huge problem. They want to put in a weekend curfew, but they also have a strong message for parents.
Please do not leave your juveniles unattended.
East Point Police Major Sean Buchanan says it's been a problem for 6 months. More than 200 juveniles leaving this AMC theater and heading to Camp Creek Marketplace, causing big problems.
When you have 250 to 300 children with nothing to do, they start being disruptive, fights may ensue, and people with guns start shooting.
Saturday night, 3 juveniles under the age of 15 struck with flying bullets. Earlier this month, a 22-year-old woman was shot in the shoulder at the AMC Theater. Back in August, an 11-year-old girl was struck in her back behind Longhorn Steakhouse by a stray bullet.
This is multiple weekends now. We've had situations and incidents involving juveniles, and it's very dangerous.
Major Buchanan says he's in talks with City Hall to enact a city ordinance for a 6 p.m. curfew on the weekends. But for now, he has a strong message for parents.
The marketplace is not a hangout area, it's a shopping area. So don't leave your children unattended at the marketplace.
Now, Major Buchanan says that this all...
All right, we gonna have to do Philly next. Look, so listen, ADOS juvenile, ADOS vials, juveniles, ADOS. Oh my God! So listen, he said something at the end there that I think people need to catch. He said something right here.
Ordinance for a 6 p.m. curfew on the weekends, but for now he has a strong message for parents.
The marketplace is not a hangout area, it's a shopping area. So don't leave your children unattended at the marketplace.
Now, Major Buchanan says that this all started when the movie theater changed ownerships and they started to allow juveniles to come without parental supervision. He tells me they're in talks with the theater, too, to change that as well. Live in East Point, Lauren Adams, Channel 2 Action News. Lauren, thank you.
This shit is shameful, man. This shit is shameful, man. This shit, I see that. This shit is shameful, man. I'm ashamed, man.
Changing sleep is about what's underneath.
This shit is shameful, man. Our kids, we can't even leave our kids unattended. Oh, listen. This is a good thing right here. We need this in our community. Big brothers and big sisters. I had a big brother. Here, one of you had a big brother through the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America program when you were a kid. I had a big brother. He used to take me to games, to baseball games, to basketball games, to museums. So they're having a black president. We need more big brothers in black communities, man. We need the Big Brother program. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious? Salute, DA. Yeah, take that $5 challenge, man. Y'all asked for the nightly news to come back. We back, man. Today would have been Rashad Brooks' 28th birthday, y'all. What a sad day. Screech died. What are y'all more sad about, man? The fact that Screech died, or the fact that today would have been Rashad Brooks' 28th birthday, man? What y'all more upset about, man? What's tugging at your heartstrings more? The fact that Screech died, or... I ain't gonna lie, man. I just found out about Rashad Brooks the night he got killed. They be trying to make it seem like these niggas been in our lives all throughout the years. I knew Screech. I knew Screech since a little kid. I just heard about some nigga got shot at the Wendy's. And then everybody started going crazy. I don't know that. I don't know Rashad Brooks, man. I don't know that fool. Salute, OG Boss guy. I don't know that fool, man. I don't know that fool, man. Yeah, just put him up with the COVID numbers, man. Rashad died of COVID, man. It's his 28th birthday. This is news. This is news that some drunk that beat up some cops and got shot. Today would have been his birthday. That's news. God damn it. Ain't that a month? Rayshard. Yeah, Rayshard was hell with that taser. Anytime you could turn around, you could be drunk, running, and turn around, running full speed, and just put the taser. He no-look that taser. He shot them cops with that taser without looking and hit the cop dead in the chest. Rashad was a beast, man. He was made for violence, man. Shaw was a violent, a perfect violent specimen. Yeah, he was a child abuser, but who? Why you nitpicking, D. Knightman? He's a child abuser, okay. So what? You never went to jail for 7 years for abusing children before? Jesus. Get off your high horse. All y'all acting like y'all ain't never did 7 years for child cruelty before. Jeez.
Now, that explosive conversation between two police officers in Georgia whose own body cameras caught them using racial slurs, profanity, and ranting about slavery. The officers are from Hamilton in Harris County, about 30 minutes north of Columbus. Our sister station WTVM shared this video with us tonight. And we are showing you this because it shows how racism is still very much a part of some police departments. One of the men doing the talking here is the chief. It's also an example of how a city took quick action to get rid of these officers. The first clip you'll see is one of the officers claiming slavery wasn't that bad. We want to warn you, it's difficult to listen to, and there is a lot of profanity.
It seems to me like they furnished them a house to live in. They furnished them clothes to put on their back. They furnished them food to put on their table, and all they had to do was work. And now we give them all those things and they don't have to work.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! He said slaves and he said the masticated slaves everything. Hold on, that went by too fast, man. Hold on. So we got donations in the name of Rayshard Brooks. Salute, man. You know Rayshard, man. You know Rayshard is such a giving, kind person, man. Wow. Did you hear, can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear the audio what this cop is saying?
We want to warn you, it's difficult to listen to, and there is a lot of profanity.
It seems to me like they furnished them a house to live in. They furnished them clothes to put on their back. They furnished them food to put on their table, and all they had to do was work. And now we give them all those things and they don't have to work. That's it.
Chief Gene Allman, Patrolman John Brooks were standing outside of the Hamilton Police Department when this was recorded. One officer is also heard using racial slurs when talking about the Rayshard Brooks case here in Atlanta.
What they're saying now is, well, he didn't have to shoot him, it's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a it's like you done killed him 27 times?
So the video was found.
He said when you shoot a nigga with a taser, he act like you done killed him 27 times. And they went it over Rayshard Brooks.
Racial slurs when talking about the Rayshard Brooks case here in Atlanta.
What they're saying now is, well, he didn't have to shoot him, it's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a it's like you done killed him 27 times?
So the video was found when the body camera was being inspected because the men thought their cameras didn't work. The chief resigned on Monday. The officer was fired on Wednesday. You can watch this video for yourself in its entirety. It's on our website, WSBTV.com.
Oh man, I want to see that video, man. I gotta come back and check out that video, man. Let's do somebody said let's go to Philly, right? Somebody said Philly. So we off to Philly, man. Off to the Philadelphia, man. The Half-Life, man. Off to the Half-Life, man. Oh, man. The Philadelphia. What the hell? I didn't want you to do that. There you go. Yeah, I gotta do a video on that full video. I'm gonna have to do a video on the other channel on that full video, man. I ain't gonna have time today. I gotta go. We gotta see what's going on around the country, man. Yeah, man, all the slaves had to do was work, man. It was just like a job, right? Cause you know, at your job, if you work at Walmart and you don't do your job right, your manager pull out a whip and beat you with it, right? It was just like a job. Cause if you work at McDonald's and you don't do your job right, your manager can sell you to another McDonald's in another state, right? Slavery was just like a job, man. Oh my God. Slavery had benefits, motherfucker.
She was just like, and in different colors. I like making my customers happy, and I also enjoy making my own money.
Okay.
Dulce means
so
we got chocolates and school was out.
We got this young girl, this young African American girl. Now remember, we live in a racist country. And listen, it's not only that white man who act like slavery never ended. Nobody acts like slavery never ended more than black folks. So even though that racist police chief down there, he deserved to get fired, black folk be acting like slavery still going on too. But look at this little girl.
She was just like, okay. I kind of like brushed it off, like, okay, sure you can. I like being creative, like with the sprinkles on the strawberries and the drizzle and the different colors.
Smash mom, right? We smashing mom. What we doing with mom? We smashing mom?
Colors. I like making my customers happy, and I also enjoy making my own money. My name is Mikayla, and I am 12 years old, and I recently started my dessert business called Dulce Desserts. Here I have chocolate-covered strawberries and Rice Krispie treats. Dulce means sweet, and desserts is like just desserts. When I was 8, I started baking with my grandmother, and ever since that, I love baking. This is coconut oil. It makes it easier to melt the chocolate since school was out, and I was on lockdown. I didn't really have anything to do, so it gave me something to do in my spare time. It's moving pretty fast. When I wanted to make it into a real business, I told my mom, like, I just kept begging her. Once I seen that she was serious about, doing her research, and that's when I went out and invested in the products and everything needed. Some things that I like to bake is cupcakes, chocolate covered strawberries, pretzels, Oreos, Rice Krispie treats. On weekdays, I do school, and then on my free time and on weekends, I do the business. Most of my customers are from my community. I have an Oreo mold, so I will put the chocolate at the bottom, the Oreo, and then more chocolate on top of it. If people ask me for a certain color, I will give them that color, and I will also like add a little bit of my own creativeness. This is dipped in chocolate, purple chocolate. It either comes like purple like this, or I use white and I dye it purple. My family and my customers make me feel motivated. She's learning things that'll be helpful in her future. The message that I have for all the kids out there, just keep hustling.
Wow, that's a great story, man. Salute to that little girl, man, not letting racism hold her back, man. I like to salute black people that didn't let Trump, she did not let the Trump administration hold her back. Salute to that little girl, man. She didn't let Trump hold her back, man. Cause you know with Trump in office, black people was it was segregation all over again, man. Oh yeah, regulations. They gonna be like, you making that chocolate in your house? That ain't. Yeah,
The city of Philadelphia is on the cusp of 50 murders so far this year. Tonight, anti-violence activists are sleeping under the stars.
Hold on, these motherfuckers got 50 murders already this year. God damn. 50 people have been killed in Philadelphia already this year. I'm gonna have to go to the gun memorial to see the race of these people. Any of y'all got any clue what race these people who getting killed in Philadelphia are?
The city of Philadelphia is on the cusp of 50 murders so far this year. Tonight, anti-violence activists are sleeping under the stars in the bitterly cold temperatures, and they're calling for peace in the city. Action News reporter Christian Leto has their story tonight.
This is the tent that you're staying in.
On a frosty Friday night, Rosalind Pichardo has literally on the 3500 block of North 11th Street, now a place to protest for peace on Philadelphia's violent streets.
We're just here trying to be a solution to a lot of the problems that have been happening here in Philly.
The city has 46 murders in the first month of 2021, a 31% increase from this time last year. The most recent incident, a double murder that happened 24 hours earlier on the 3600 block of Germantown Avenue, just minutes from where Pichardo is protesting.
I've experienced violence during my camp out in a sense where we hear gunfire in the background. I think that it's not going to deter me.
But the tumbling temperature, looming snow, and the pandemic has kept some from participating, but not from stopping by to see what the cause is all about. Pictures of murdered loved ones tethered to a chain fence, a snapshot of the lives lost in the city.
I think it does call attention to maybe a population that isn't familiar with what's going on, and nobody's doing this.
Who thinks that this is doing? What do y'all think about this? You think this is doing something? Y'all think this is doing something?
Pictures of murdered loved ones tethered to a chain fence, a snapshot of the lives lost in the city.
I think it does call attention to maybe a population that isn't familiar with what's going on, and nobody's doing this. I think, if I stop now, then it's just be like the last 9-8 years would have been for nothing.
In North Philadelphia, Christian Leto for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
Rhonda Thomas is covering the impact of the storm. She joins us now live from Manayunk. Always a troublesome spot.
Oh man. I just don't know. I just don't know what. I just don't know what that does, man. I'm at a loss as to what the hell that's gonna do. I'm at a loss. What the hell is that gonna do?
Though sadly, hit and run cases aren't rare in the Delaware Valley, this incident is unique, all thanks to another driver. Action News reporter Katie Castro live for us in Fairmount to explain what unfolded here. Katie.
And Shari, this driver says he was at the right place at the right time. He was driving this way behind another driver who then goes up to the Spring Garden Bridge, and that's where she collides with a cyclist.
I was driving along and I see to the side of me this guy like flips over after this car goes past him, and I think that's weird. He could have just like broken like a whole bunch of like bones.
Dash cam video from Thursday morning captures a cyclist hit by a driver who keeps going. Cam Purcell is behind the wheel and starts accelerating from the Spring Garden Bridge onto
Hold on, did she hit him? It didn't. It looked like she didn't hit him. I hate that bike lane shit. I hate bike lanes, man. Those bike people on bikes is starting to get annoying, man. So I don't know. It looked like she didn't hit him.
I was driving along and I see to the side of me this guy like flips over after this car goes past him, and I think that's weird. He could have just like broken like a whole bunch of like bones.
Dash cam video from Thursday morning captures a cyclist hit by a driver who keeps going. Cam Purcell is behind the wheel and starts accelerating from the Spring Garden Bridge onto 76, motioning for the woman to pull over.
She pulls over on like an exit, like 2 exits away, gets out, and she's like, "Hey, like what's going on? Why are you following me?" And I was like, "You just hit someone. You should probably go back and see if they're okay." And she's like, "I didn't hit anyone."
But Philadelphia police...
Hold on, man. See, this is how white people get shot. This is a good way to get shot. Because if that would have been a brother would have shot his ass.
Accelerating from the Spring Garden Bridge onto 76, motioning for the woman to pull over.
She pulls over on like an exit, like 2 exits away, gets out, and she's like, "Hey, like what's going on? Why are you following me?" And I was like, "You just hit someone. You should probably go back and see if they're okay." And she's like, "I didn't hit anyone."
But Philadelphia police say the video is clear. There was definitely...
She didn't hit that fucking guy, man. Are you serious? This guy went and chased this woman down because, man, I don't care. I mean, listen. Y'all call me a coon all you want. I'm taking up for the white lady. I don't care. She didn't hit this guy.
Accelerating from the Spring Garden Bridge onto 76, motioning for the woman to pull over.
She pulls over on like an exit, like 2 exits away, gets out, and she's like, "Hey, like what's going on? Why are you following me?" And I was like, "You just hit someone. You should probably go back and see if they're okay." And she's like, "I didn't hit anyone."
But Philadelphia police say the video is clear. There was definitely contact between the two.
It is possible that the driver didn't know immediately, but if you look at that video closely, you see the driver almost come to a stop before getting onto that on-ramp. The right side mirror is pushed in a little bit.
Police say the cyclist is lucky to be alive, as bicycle fatalities in traffic have increased in the past year.
And we're lucky that he didn't veer off into the vehicle travel lane, before he fell down, because he would have been run over by a vehicle, and then we'd be talking about traffic.
Joe Cox says he rides his bike every day to deliver food, and he says pedaling around cars is usually an uphill battle.
You have to be very aggressive in defensive riding a bike in Philadelphia, because you don't know how the driver's going to act.
And police are still looking for that hit-and-run driver. And Brian, just to be clear, you can have your bike in a bike lane, or you can be riding in traffic as well. Police say that cyclist was doing nothing wrong. Reporting live in Fairmount, Katie Castro, Channel 6, Action News. Brian?
Incredible video with that one, Katie. Thank you. Lehigh Valley TV.
They just wanted to get some white people on the news, man, for doing something wrong. How many of y'all think that's what happened, man? They just wanted they got all these black people shooting each other. They just wanted to get a white person on the news for doing something wrong in Philadelphia. See, it's not just us. That white lady hit that man. So what? It was four homicides and 20 shootings last night. That white lady hit that man. I don't know, man. I'm just like, man, I just don't know, man. Oh my God. I don't know, man. Just, if her mirror hit that guy shouldn't have felt like that, man. If just the mirror tapped him, man, he should have kept on riding, man. I don't even know if she hit him, but whatever, man. Let's see what they say. They got 46 murders already this year.
A grieving mother wants to know how a trip for French fries turned deadly. Here is Rick Williams with tonight's Crime Fighters report.
It's funny how you could just. LeBron said you can't even jog. Well, goddamn it, you can't even go to get no French fries. Shit, this motherfucker was trying to go get some French fries.
A grieving mother wants to know how a trip for French fries turned deadly. Here is Rick Williams with tonight's Crime Fighters report. Lisa Zettelmeyer describes her son Marquand in glowing terms.
He was devoted, very supportive, and loving. I was so blessed to have him, to raise him, and just to know him.
She says on Sunday, August 16th, Marquand went to a store along the 300 block of North 55th Street in West Philadelphia.
He left my house approximately 10 minutes after 3 to go around the corner to the store to get French fries. I'll say about 5 minutes to 4, somebody came banging on my door to notify me that my son had got shot.
The 27-year-old was taken to the hospital where he died a short time later. His mother wants answers.
He didn't have any enemies that I knew of. A lot of people, he was very well liked. It was a total shock.
The city of Philadelphia is offering up to $20,000 in reward money for the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. All you have to do is call the Citizens Crime Commission at 215-546-TIPS. All calls will remain anonymous.
I want the community to step up, or even the person themselves, man up.
For Crime Fighters, I'm Rick Williams for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
Damn, you can't even go get no fries. You can't even get some fries. Shit. You can't even get some fries around some niggas. The Illidolph, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that PayPal. Hit that Cash App. Hit that Super Chat. Bringing you the news, man. We gonna go to another city, man. After this, man. You can't even get some fries, man. God damn. That brother went to get some.
Targeted convenience stores and gas stations and
That brother went to get some fries.
accused thieves are in police custody.
Hold on.
Three brazen robbers armed with a
Let's see what.
Three brazen robbers armed with a sledgehammer targeted convenience stores and gas stations in Philadelphia and in Bensalem. Tonight, those accused thieves are in police custody. Action News reporter Annie McCormick has the full story. A sting operation by Philadelphia police netted 3 men in connection to a string of thefts targeting games of skill. Action News first told you about the rash of crimes in convenience stores like 7-Eleven and area gas stations, mostly in the northeast sections of the city and up to Bensalem. Surveillance footage caught thieves in the act as they took a sledgehammer to the money box attached to the game, stealing cash. One store owner recounted the crime to Dan Cuellar.
It was very scary. They have sledgehammer in their hand, and they have all put scarf on behind the mask.
But in the past 2 weeks, the offenders became bolder, displaying a gun at least twice.
It's probably been over a month now where we've been tracking these thefts.
Michael Barley of Pennsylvania Skill, the company who manufactures the machine, says they are relieved to hear the suspected ring terrorizing stores could be caught.
The biggest victim is the coin operator, the folks that place the machines, the local mom and pop businesses. Those games are really helping to keep that business afloat, especially now during the pandemic.
Bensalem's Director of Public Safety, Fred Herron, made an arrest in a similar crime in November and does not know if they're connected.
It's new because, the machines were popping up, but now they're all over the place. So I'm sure criminals, they walk into the same convenience stores as everybody else, and they see people putting cash in a machine. They must think, wow, that's an easy pickings, and they're right.
We've already made dramatic changes to the machines to help safeguard against that as much as you can.
It was during that sting operation last night that police believe the trio hit another store. After that, they stopped for gas, and that's when alert highway patrolmen recognized the vehicle that they were in and made the arrests. Reporting in Center City, Eddie McCormick for Action News at 10 on PHL 17.
Man. Wow. Give me another city, man. Give me a city, man. Give me another city, y'all.
Rhonda Thomas is covering the impact of the storm. She joins us now live from Manayunk. Always a troublesome spot, Rhonda.
Absolutely, those hills are notorious, and there was a little bit of a reprieve this morning, but now this snow is picking back up. It's been falling steadily for about the past half hour or so. Now, this snow and the ice that comes along with it along these streets, that has caused the city of Philadelphia to declare a state of emergency. So, an emergency, was snow emergency. That means that cars that are parked along emergency snow routes have to move so they make room for the plows. That is so the city and residents can get ready for the next round of snow. Sweeping.
So we got
and shoveling.
Shoveling away.
The sounds of a snow day in Manayunk.
The streets always gets pretty bad, so have to do what we can do so all our neighbors.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why my phone does that now. It plays shit even when I go away from the screen. Let's do San Antonio, man. San Antonio, Texas, man. Texas always be lit, man. Antonio, local news. Let's see what's happening in the great state of Texas, man. Let's see what's happening in the great state of Texas. Slain Antonio rapper. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, this is the guy. This is Beyonce's cousin. This is Beyonce's cousin who just got killed. Slain San Antonio rapper remembered as humble and quiet by his peers. I know y'all seen the video I did on Beyonce's cousin getting killed. I did that on the other channel. Make sure you subscribe to all my channels.
You have your period and suddenly, what the gush? You need this pad. Only Always Ultra Thins have rapid dry technology and they absorb 40% faster.
Alright, we're gonna try to get out west.
That's why Always absorbs faster.
We gotta get to the Midwest too, man.
found dead, apparently gunned down in his La Cantera apartment, is being remembered by those who knew him as a music artist who stood out from all the rest.
And as Devin Clark reports, he was considered one of a kind, not only for his lyrical talents, but also his
This dude was one of a kind? Yeah, right.
And he would even mention the people.
Yeah, right.
While considered talented, unlike many...
This dude wasn't no damn one of a kind.
New at 5, a man found dead, apparently gunned down in his La Cantera apartment, is being remembered by those who knew him as a music artist who stood out from all the rest.
And as Devin Clark reports, he was considered one of a kind, not only for his lyrical talents, but also his unusually humble personality.
Brian Mitchell thinks back to brighter days, recording in his studio with his friend, 34-year-old Martel DeRuin, known to many by his rap name, Cordone. He was his real subtle dude, man. Quiet. While considered talented, unlike many other up-and-coming rappers, DeRuin was also known for being humble. Mitchell says even though DeRuin was Beyonce's cousin, he never used her name to benefit him. That's not even something he would even mention to people. We just have to put it in his bios because it's worthy to put in there, but he doesn't like stuff like that. On Tuesday, DeRuin was found shot to death at his apartment and the Towers complex in La Cantera. I couldn't believe it. I thought they had the wrong person. Now, the search is on for Sasha Scar, who San Antonio police believe shot DeRuin. There is an active murder warrant out for her arrest.
Smash! Smash! Don't lie, y'all. Smash! She cute besides all that stuff on her face. If she ain't have all that big birthmark on her face, she'd be cute, man.
And on an Instagram page, complex in La Cantera. I couldn't believe it. I thought they had the wrong person. Now, the search is on for Sasha Scar, who San Antonio police believe shot DeRuin. There is an active murder warrant out for her arrest, and on an Instagram page, which appears to be operated by the 21-year-old, you can see people telling her to turn herself in. While investigators are convinced DeRuin was a victim of homicide, the question still being asked by so many tonight is why. It's like hurting a butterfly. And earlier I did speak to DeRuin's wife via text message. She was too shaken up to go on camera, but she echoed Mitchell's sentiments, saying that her husband, quote, didn't deserve this. Of course, the investigation is ongoing, and San Antonio police want anyone with any information on this crime to give them a call at 207-7635. Reporting from La Cantera, Devin Clark, KSAT 12 News.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. San Antonio, man. San Antonio Men's Club general manager arrested in brutal beating, caught on camera. Okay, so they're not going to show us that. Oh yeah, we go to New York next, man. We go to New York. Let me just see what else is going on in San Ann, man. Ain't nothing else really going on in San Ann. Let me go to Detroit first, man. Somebody said Detroit. We'll do Detroit first. Hit that like button, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App. Y'all asked for the nightly news to come back. We back. Let's go to Detroit. Somebody said Detroit. Detroit, man. Let's see what's going on in Detroit, man. Detroit. Damn. Teens charged with first-degree murder and death of Uber driver. Boy, oh boy. They hell on some Uber drivers, man. I know Uber drivers be shook. They kill a lot of Uber drivers, man. Wakandans be killing a lot of Uber drivers, man. If there really was a Wakanda, you wouldn't have Uber there. Because people be scared to drive.
We're here for the heavy flow.
If you can't drive Uber anywhere where Wakandans are, you damn sure ain't gonna drive Uber where in a place called Wakanda.
And the wedding.
Woo! Goodness gracious. Lord have mercy.
Pad made like no other. Up to 0 leaks because it locks blood in. Up to 0 bunching because it flexes. No worries, just always flex foam.
5 with 2 teenagers.
Is it me or they making tampon commercials sexy now? The hell? They making tampon commercials sexy. Jeez Louise.
15 and 16 teenagers, 15 and 16 years of age, charged as adults with first-degree murder in the death of a 60-year-old Uber driver.
Prosecutors say the pair ordered the Uber ride with every intention of robbing the driver.
No Devin McKee and Lanya Quinn, both charged with killing 60.
Devin McKee and Lanya Quinn. Give me a race on Devin McKee and Lanya Quinn. I need a race on these two. Devin McKee and Lanya Quinn. Oh yeah, Memphis.
Year-old.
Yeah, Memphis.
Charged with killing 60-year-old Timothy Perkins. Sean Lane following today's arraignment.
Give me a race on
killing
these two.
60-year adults with first-degree murder in the death of a 60-year-old Uber driver.
Prosecutors say the pair ordered the Uber ride with every intention of robbing the driver.
No Devin McKee and Lanya Quinn, both charged with killing 60-year-old Timothy Perkins. Sean Lane following today's arraignment. Sean.
Devin, Karen, absolutely stunning developments in this case. These 2 teenagers, just 15 and 16, as you mentioned, just appeared in court. The alleged murder weapons here, a knife and a hammer. I should say 2 knives and a hammer. Both of these teenagers charged with first-degree murder, carjacking, armed robbery, causing serious assault. Their arraignment just happened moments ago.
Can I cut the live stream now so people can cut the live stream now for what?
A 36th District Court magistrate cutting off the YouTube court feed this past hour for 2 teen murder suspects, the magistrate says, to protect the teens who are charged because of...
Why are we protecting teens that killed the Uber driver? They killed the 60-year-old Uber driver with a hammer and a knife. And we got to protect them.
Their young ages. Those teens are charged as a...
Can I cut the live stream now so people can cut the live stream now for what?
A 36th District Court magistrate cutting off the YouTube court feed this past hour for 2 teen murder suspects, the magistrate says, to protect the teens who are charged because of their young ages. Those teens are charged as adults. Their ages, however, are indeed shocking. They are DeLon McKee, who is 16 years old, and a girl named Lanya Brady. She is just 15 years old. The allegations against the 2 are horrific. January 21st, prosecutors say the teens allegedly called for an Uber, but not for a ride, to set the driver up. That driver was 60-year-old Tim Perkins. Police found Perkins in an alley with multiple stab wounds to his head, back, and torso. He later died at the hospital, and his car was gone. January 25th, Detroit police tracked down the 2 teens. Prosecutors say both the boy and girl had knives and both allegedly stabbed Perkins over and over again. Friends of Perkins say he would have easily handed the car over. He didn't have to be brutally murdered.
I just can't even fathom how the encounter would have gone, other than him being just the type of person he is. He was not a confrontational type of person or even an argumentative type of person.
And again, these 2 teens, 15 and 16, just made that initial court appearance for McKee, the 16-year-old. No bond for him. He's being held without bond. He'll go to court early in February. Now, for the 15-year-old girl, Lanya Brady, she was given $1 million cash bond. If she somehow is able to make that as a 15-year-old, she'll have to wear a GPS tether, as more details will continue to come out about this awful homicide. We're live tonight. Sean Lane, Local 4, back to you.
15 and 16, awful is right. All right, Sean.
Jeez Louise, man. Jeez Louise, man. Killed that brother, man. Killed this brother, man. Man. You say he fought for us. Nah, that don't mean that, LW. These kids are sadistic. They may have just wanted to kill somebody. These kids are sadistic. Nah. Kids can be sadistic, man. They may have just wanted, just because he got stabbed up don't mean that he fought for that car. They like inflicting. Listen, man, I just did a story about a 17-year-old that killed his whole family. Because the dad said that he was in trouble for Dad said that he was in trouble for breaking curfew. I don't know, man. I don't believe in that. I listen. These little kids will kill your ass. Yes, they will. Whew. Let's do Memphis. Somebody said Memphis. We will do Memphis, man. Let's see what's going on in Memphis, man. Yeah, because they think they're going to get away with it. They not thinking, man. Let's see what happened here. I'm not in the mood tonight. Memphis woman stops would-be car thief.
On instinct, it happened while she was pumping gas, and she says it all went down in a matter of seconds. Benita Early's been robbed before.
And it was such a terrible feeling.
So, when a young man recently tried to steal her car,
I was like, I'm not in the mood tonight.
It happened around 7 last Friday night while the 54-year-old was getting gas at this Sam's Club on Winchester Road. Surveillance video of the incident shows a white Mercedes pull up next to her Honda Accord.
It couldn't have been no more than 15 seconds.
All it took for a thief to jump out of that Mercedes and slip into the passenger while she was standing at the pump.
And the car...
Look how sneaky these little motherfuckers are.
Took for a thief to jump out. Mercedes pull up next. 54-year-old was getting gas at this Sam's Club on Winchester Road. Surveillance video of the incident shows a white Mercedes pull up next to her.
Been no more than 15 seconds.
All it took for a thief to jump out of that Mercedes and slip into the passenger side of Early's Accord while she was standing at the...
To move.
When the man moved to the driver's seat and put it in reverse.
I just had to think. I had to think quick on my feet.
Confronting the thief before he could get away.
I grabbed him and I hit him. Had some
long dreads, so I took my left hand and I grabbed the dreads in one hand. Then he was wearing a hoodie over his head, so I pulled the hoodie and it started to rip. Then I was able to get hold of him and I grabbed him.
He ran back to the Mercedes after that, jumping into the vehicle as it sped away, the chaos leaving early with a sprained hand.
I wasn't trying to leave me alone.
Police have no intention of leaving him alone as investigators try to track him down.
To me, he could have been 18, 19 years old.
Old enough to know right from wrong, but young path.
This could be the opportunity for him to turn his life around and become a productive member of society.
Yeah, but first she wants him to serve justice. Police, by the way, are looking for that white Mercedes. If you know anything about this incident, please call Crime Stoppers. That number, 528-CASH, live in Hickory Hill. And
look how sneaky these niggas is. These some sneaky niggas, man. These some sneaky motherfuckers, boy. These are some sneaky motherfuckers, boy. They just sneaky. You can't turn your back on these motherfuckers. You can't trust these motherfuckers. They just sneaky as hell. She lucky that little dude ain't kill her. She very lucky that little guy didn't kill her for that shit.
Behind the masks, the gloves, and the gowns,
you'll find the same commitment to your health
and the same dedication to your safety, so you can step through our doors with confidence.
The world may have changed, but our
break-ins continue across the Memphis area, and drivers are growing increasingly desperate for answers.
And the latest crimes this morning in an industrial park where numerous cars were hit. WREG's Peter Fleischer joins us live now. Peter, these thieves apparently, still on the run?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. Searching for suspects that are attached to those car burglaries. They occurred earlier this morning at a Southeast Memphis business.
Dang it.
Numerous cars in this Southeast Memphis parking lot blow in the wind, covering up broken windows that were damaged during the latest rash of car break-ins. MPD confirmed the crimes as part of a recent surge. Law enforcement says it's across the last few months, and residents are looking for answers.
It's ridiculous. It really is. People work hard for their cars. You know, people walking up taking everything. You know, time's too hard for them.
It's a bit violating, yeah. Something I've worked very hard for. I just hope that they don't get any of my valuables.
WREG has covered a recent rash of break-ins in neighborhoods and business parking lots. It appears criminals have no preference for where be hit in the same location. Willie Price says his car and valuables were stolen right out of his driveway last year.
It's a terrible feeling, you know, something you work so hard for, and somebody. It's a terrible feeling.
Residents we spoke with were split on why this recent car break-in trend seems to be occurring, but they felt like the criminals were probably desperate.
And it's going to continue to happen. I mean, everybody just, you know, they need to go find a job.
Now, as we mentioned, those suspects are still on the run, but if you know anything about this recent surge of car break-ins, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. Reporting live in downtown Memphis, Peter Fleischer, WREG News Channel 3.
Just damn.
For the first time ever, collage
Just a damn pestilence, man. A bane on society, man. Just a bane on society. Just a bane on society, man. Just destroying everything they touch, man. Destroying everything they touch.
A Memphis neighborhood activist wants answers tonight about piles of trash that just keep accumulating. Illegal illegal dumping appears.
They just destroy everything, man. I mean, am I going too far by saying that Wakandans destroy everything they touch? Look at this. Just look at this story.
A Memphis neighborhood activist wants answers tonight about piles of trash that just keep accumulating. The owner of an abandoned big box store is also facing legal trouble. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach with the story.
A Memphis community activist wants to know why there is so much trash, so much illegal dumping around the city. I got a first-hand look at it, including a homeless encampment at a former Kmart.
It's horrible. It's a blight. It needs to be gone. The city needs to do something about it.
Georgia Harper works at a liquor store on Jackson next to this trash piling over, making it look like a mini landfill. But it isn't. It's somebody's property. It's not clear who owns it. There are tires, mattresses, all kinds of junk here. Harper says this has been here since she started working at the liquor store 2 years ago. And if you drive across the city to Winchester and Riverdale, you will find this, a homeless encampment at this former Super Kmart.
My girlfriend kicked me out of my house, and I had no other place to go.
Bobby Hope lives here with several other homeless men. He says he would like to work.
I'm a 22-year electrician. I even got tools and everything.
Community activist Patricia Rogers says this is unacceptable.
You have homeless people who are living in deplorable conditions. And, Memphis should be better than this.
The building that housed the former Super Kmart is owned by a man who lives in Texas. Rogers says the man has been a no-show at environmental court on several occasions. Now things appear to be on hold at the court because of COVID. I called the property owner and left a message but have not heard back. I also contacted the city of Memphis about the blight, but also have not yet heard back from them. It's not clear how many times these spots have been reported to the city's 311 system. The bottom line, it's not a good look for certain parts of the city.
We're becoming an illegal dumping site, and it doesn't make us look good.
Patricia Rogers is organizing a community cleanup. It's going to be a big job. I will keep you updated. At Winchester and Riverdale, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
Got some emails coming in. Oh man. Update on that. Update on the story I did last night on Ock Nation TV. We got an update. Hit that like button, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App, hit that Super Chat. Nightly News is back. That rapper's brother killed 2 people, 2 women, and now we get to see the aftermath. Man, oh man, wow. They got me, this camera, it's 5 o'clock and that camera's already pitch black. Ain't that a bitch? But yeah, let's see this. Let's see what's going on here. Vacaville, California. This is an email.
A double murder and a live-streamed crime scene. Tonight, a mother is telling CBS 13 she fears that after watching that horrific live stream, her daughter is one of the victims. She's spoken with Vacaville police who are working to officially identify one of the two women involved is her daughter. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the CBS 13 News at 10. I'm Steve Large.
And I'm Marley Ginter. CBS 13's Brian Hill is live in Vacaville with what this mother is saying about her daughter and the arrest.
Yeah, that's right. I spoke with this mother who is out of state over the phone today. She says after watching that live stream video, she strongly believes that her daughter is one of the victims. This recording of a live streamed video shows a man holding a gun in a Vacaville apartment. The video also shows the bodies of two women in the apartment with him. CBS 13 is not showing that part of the video. I spoke with a woman from Georgia who is terrified her daughter is one of the victims after watching the live stream. Investigators haven't identified either of the victims. But the mother of 26-year-old Savannah Tabroge says when she saw the live stream, she believes it's her daughter based on her distinctive tattoos and her daughter's features. The suspect, Raymond Michael Weber, is under arrest and is accused of committing the two killings. The mother tells me she hadn't heard from her daughter since last weekend when she called her mom saying she was heading to visit California from Utah with Weber, whom she claimed to be engaged to recently.
It's disturbing as it sounds.
And we had no idea, of something like that going on.
Neighbors at the Vacaville apartment complex can't believe the horrifying account. Vacaville police say the double murder involving the two women happened in one of the units on early Saturday morning. Those who we spoke to here didn't know Weber well.
It was never anything, eerie or creepy or anything like that. It was just pretty much, hey, and that was it. I've seen him a couple times, but I guess he does not live here.
That out-of-state mother and family members of this one woman say that they're very distraught and devastated at this time and didn't want to speak with us over Zoom or any other type of video platforms. We're also finding out that this woman's daughter is 26 years old and also had a 4-year-old. Vacaville police say that they are releasing the identity of the two women until next of kin have an official.
Wow. She saw her daughter killed on live. She saw her daughter killed on a live stream. And then the dude just walking around the apartment talking and shit. How many of y'all remember when that white guy killed that black girl, tried to kill that black girl last week, the football player? And everybody was like, how could he just sit there and eat while he thought she was dead? This guy got killed? Pam, did this guy get killed? What happened to this guy? He works at the Shade Room? He said, what Uncle Straight? Who's Richard Kemper? Is that serial killer, that big tall white guy? Who is this brother? I don't know who this is. I have to look at it later. Yeah. Let me see. Anything else going on in Memphis? I'm sure there's a lot going on in Memphis. We just ain't. Yeah, too much going on in Memphis. Oh my God! This woman shoots at a house while streaming live. This chick, woman shoots at house while streaming live on Facebook. What's wrong with our people, man? Why we the only ones that do shit like this, man? What's wrong with our people, man? Why we the only ones that's always doing this shit? Send me the video of a white woman or an Asian woman or a Hispanic woman shooting up a house while on Facebook Live. I promise you I'll do a story on it. Send it right now. Hit the like button, hit the super chat, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. Yeah, I think her Facebook page she might be on Facebook. She might be in Facebook jail right now. Woman shoots at house while streaming on Facebook Live. Brianna Howard got into an argument with another woman. Howard went live on social media when she arrived at the home in North Memphis. An affidavit reads Howard retrieved a black handgun and fired several gunshots toward the victim's home. She then fled the scene. 2 juveniles were inside the home at the time of the shooting. No one was injured or hit with a bullet. 2 days later, Howard was determined to be the suspect. She's been charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault. Protect black women. Protect black women, y'all. Protect black women. Protect black women. Somebody said Rochester. Rochester. Local. Let's go local. Rochester mayor. First off, is anybody shocked that the mayor of Rochester is a black woman? Rochester mayor calls for change after viewing footage of police arresting a 9-year-old girl. Oh my God. This the one Crump talking about. Crump up in arms about this.
The mayor called for the Rochester Police Department to release the body camera footage within 48 hours. The mayor is also calling for a more thorough investigation from RPD. 13 Wham's Natalie Kutchko joins us to describe the events that unfolded on Friday afternoon and how city officials tonight are responding. Natalie?
Well, Dan, both the mayor and RPD leaders are demanding for what they call a serious culture change in the way these types of situations are handled. Now, we want to warn viewers that some of the images you're about to see are disturbing.
Sit up! You're acting like a child.
Rochester police officers responding to a call on Avenue B Friday afternoon for reports of family trouble and a possible stolen vehicle. When they arrive, a 9 9-year-old girl is found walking down the street.
Come here.
Okay, so the police were called. First piece of evidence.
Now we want to warn.
The first piece that we need to understand is that the police were called to the scene. So these people who called the police, they called the police on this 9-year-old girl. Nobody's saying that. Everybody's mad at the police, but nobody's talking about the police. These people called the police on a 9-year-old girl. And they may have had reason to. The 9-year-old girl could be out of control. She could be a special 9-year-old girl. Most 9-year-old girls you can handle, but there's some, I guess this was one that they couldn't handle. They called the police. So that's where we need to start.
Warn viewers that some of the images you're about to see are disturbing.
Sit up! You're acting like a child.
Rochester police officers responding to a call on Avenue B Friday afternoon for reports of family trouble and a possible stolen vehicle. When they arrive, a 9-year-old girl is found walking down the street.
Come here. Come here. Stop. You're not in trouble.
Police claim she was suicidal and could pose a threat to herself or others. In body-worn footage released Sunday, police can be seen trying to restrain...
Oh, so the little girl was suicidal. So the family called the police because the little girl was suicidal. And everybody mad that they put handcuffs on her. I want to show y'all something, man. This is trending on Twitter. This story is trending on Twitter. This story is R.I.P. Screech. But this story is trending on Twitter. I want to show y'all something, man. Let's see. At least it was earlier. Hold on. Did I pass it? This was trending earlier. It was she's 9. It was saying she's 9. There it is. Hashtag she's 9. This is trending right here. This is trending on social media right now. This woman says, "This is infuriating. Stop comparing black children to adults." Now, this woman's not saying that the black child's parents called the police because the little girl was suicidal. There's no talk about that. But listen, this is infuriating. Stop comparing black children to adults. This child was in distress. Your officers assaulted her, and your best defense is it could have gone further. As if pepper spraying and handcuffed child is exercising restraint. This guy says, classroom of 8 and 9-year-old black children. By no stretch of the imagination could I see having to pepper spray any of these children to help them. Look at CNN. CNN reported on it, but CNN throwing gas on it. CNN throwing gas on the... Look. CNN's not reporting that the girl was suicidal and that the family called the police. Look at CNN trying to throw gas on the situation. But don't nobody care because Biden's in office. These black people don't care. They ain't not about to trip off this shit because this going to make Biden look bad. I just wanted to show y'all this. This is trending on social media. Look at this damn Arab. Look what this Arab wrote. Now, mind you, black people are slaves in his country. Look what this guy wrote. It's the first day of Black History Month, and she's 9 is trending. Have we learned anything from history? Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Alright, let's get back to the story.
Serving delicious food is your thing. Helping you find, filter, and save on restaurant technology, that's our thing. Back of house.
The mayor called for the Rochester Police Department to release the body camera footage within 48 hours. The mayor is also calling for a more thorough investigation from RPD. 13 Wham's Natalie Kutchko joins us to describe the events that unfolded on Friday afternoon and how city officials tonight are responding. Natalie?
Well, Dan, both the mayor and RPD leaders are demanding for what they call a serious culture change in the way these types of situations are handled. Now, we want to warn viewers that some of the images you're about to see are disturbing.
Sit up! You're acting like a child!
Rochester police officers responding to a call on Avenue B Friday afternoon for reports of family trouble and a possible stolen vehicle. When they arrive, a 9-year-old girl is found walking down the street.
Come here. Come here. Stop. You're not in trouble.
Police claim she was suicidal and could pose a threat to herself or others. In body-worn footage released Sunday, police can be seen trying to restrain the girl. Refusing to comply, the child falls to the ground and begins to kick the officers. Police then pin her to the ground, handcuffing her. Minutes later, refusing to get into a police car, another officer threatens her with pepper spray.
No, you said that you were going to pepper spray me. No, please, no, stop. I got a pepper.
Just spray her.
No,
Just spray her at this point.
And I don't know what it's like to be a cop. But I know what it's like to be a mother.
The mayor calling these actions unjustifiable, calling for change from within.
That feels that at every turn, there's harm, there's hurt, and undervalue.
No, not at every turn. At this one turn in this one... There are 18,000 police departments working every day in this country. At this one police department of the 18,000 that work every day in this country, this happened. That's all. Don't make it a bigger issue than that. Baby Lightfoot.
Just spray her. Just spray her at this point.
And I don't know what it's like to be a cop. But I know what it's like to be a mother.
The mayor calling these actions unjustifiable, calling for change from within.
That feels that at every turn, there's harm, there's hurt, and undervalue. I know what it's like. And I'm asking for everybody, all of us, to understand, to hear, to listen, to empathize, but most of all, to act differently.
Differently, something RPD interim chief and executive deputy chief say begins with internal review.
Those changes will come with respect to actually talking to the...
Look at all them damn cops. First off, look at all these cops. Look at all these cops that are responding to this fucking little girl.
Chief and executive deputy chief say...
All these cops there for this little girl. Because she was acting like that. She was acting like that they had to bring all these cops down here. Why is nobody talking about that? That She was acting so crazy they had to bring the whole damn squad down there.
Begins with internal review.
Those changes will come with respect to actually talking to the officers themselves that were involved and getting them to look at de-escalation, having a tactical pause when need be, and really placing an emphasis on empathy and how we go about those tactics.
Mayor Warren says additional body camera footage from other officers involved is expected to get released in the coming days, though she says what unfolded in the incident Friday is both clear and evident from the video that was released today. Reporting live in Rochester, Natalie Kutchko, 13 WHAM News on Fox Rochester.
Ain't nothing clear and evident from that fucking footage.
Free Youth February.
Ain't nothing clear and evident from that footage. What is she talking about? There's nothing clear and evident from that footage. Nothing. There was nothing clear and evident from this footage. And why is this a national news story? Why is this trending on Twitter? This little girl should have got her behind in that damn car. Cops would have took her to the station, and her parents would have came down there immediately and picked her up. That girl wasn't going in no damn cell. They don't even got no cells for 9-year-olds. The cops came because these people called them. The only reason the cops came is because these people called them. I think this was right, because if these cops keep wrestling with this little girl, somebody gonna say she got touched. See, these cops can get in trouble for this little girl say she got touched. Or if people watching the body cam say, oh, look, why they touching her like that? So that's another thing these cops gotta worry about. The family called them, the girl started acting crazy. They have to subdue the little girl to protect her and protect the public. What they supposed to do, just keep wrestling with this little girl so somebody can try to say, oh, y'all touched on that little girl. Look at them touching on that little girl. So they're in a tricky position. The reason she asked for her dad is because he ain't there. And she know that if she asks for her dad, that buys her some time. Ain't no way that girl's father is in the home. Ain't no way this girl, I'm going to tell you like this, I know. There's no way this girl's father is in the home. If her father was in the home, there's no way the police would have got called for her. Hit one if you agree with me. If this girl's father was in the home, the father would have got called, not the police. This little 9-year-old girl acting crazy like this, the father would have got called. The police wouldn't have got called. She calling for her dad because she know he not around. And that's buying her some time while they track down her father wherever the hell he at. If her father was right in the house and she outside the house getting manhandled by some cops like this, her dad would have been out there.
Get in the car. Had your chance. Get in the car now, okay? Okay? Had your chances. What are you doing? You're gonna go to jail now.
I want my dad. Wait. I just want to see my dad, please. For the last time. I want my dad.
Get in the car.
I demand it.
I don't care what you demand. Let's go. She's got her leg underneath my car.
Stop. I want my dad. I want my dad.
Stop here. Don't hurt.
He's hurting me. I want to.
Get in the car.
Please help someone.
Somebody grab her.
I want my dad. Stop.
Sit up. You're acting like a child. Stop.
My child, the fuck?
I'm just going back to the house. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah, let's go. Stand up. Then stand up. Get up. Come on.
I want my dad.
Come on. I can't hurt you. I'm a stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Officer. I'm right here.
You're going to get somebody.
I want to get officer.
Stand up.
Please, stand up for me. Okay. They'll get off of you if you have to get up, okay? While you get
She said, I want a girl officer. And the girl officer was like, okay. Look.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Officer. I'm right here.
You're going to get somebody.
I want to get officer.
Stand up.
Please, stand up for me. Okay. They'll get off of you if you have to get up, okay? While you get up, can you look over? I got her. I will. They will let go of you. You gotta stand up. Stand up. Will you stand up for me? Will you stand? Hey, look at me. Stand up. I can't the way I'm sitting. Ready? Go down.
A little bit more.
Look. There you go. He's pulling so hard. Chill. It's okay. I know. Go ahead. Sit back for her. Sit back for him.
I'll let go if you're going to stop.
He doesn't pull you, okay? My dad. I'll find your dad, okay? But you need to sit back. Put your foot here. No, just sit back. My dad. I'm gonna get your dad, okay? But you need to get warm, otherwise you're gonna get hypothermia. So sit back, okay? I'll get your dad, I promise. My dad. Is he here? I don't know. Okay, I'll find him, okay? But you.
She said she don't know where she said, where's your dad? She said, I don't know where he's at. Why she ain't say, oh, he at work? Or he at work? Why would ask where her father is? Why she ain't say he at work? Call his job.
I know. Go ahead. Sit back for her. Sit back for him. Okay.
I'll let go if you're going to stop.
He doesn't pull you, okay? My dad. I'll find your dad, okay? But you need to sit back. Put your foot here. No, just sit back. My dad. I'm gonna get your dad, okay? But you need to get warm, otherwise you're gonna get hypothermia. So sit back, okay? I'll get your dad, I promise. My dad. Is he here? I don't know. Okay, I'll find him, okay? But you, hey, look at me. I can't find your dad until you sit back and I can close the door, okay? I will find your dad. So sit back. I promise. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Don't look anywhere else. I promise. Okay?
I'm telling you. Get in the car.
This is it, hon. Okay?
Get back in the car then.
You gotta sit back. I'll do it if you sit back. Come on.
So she asked for a lady cop. Or she said a girl officer. She asked for a girl officer. And she's not even cooperating with the girl officer. Look, I'm sure this child is in a terrible environment. The way this child's behaving, could you imagine the environment she's in? Not only the neighborhood, but the home. Could you imagine the way people behave in her neighborhood and in her home for her to think it's acceptable to behave like this in her school? But she asked for a girl officer. A girl officer was like, I'm right here. And she did not, and she disobeyed and was uncooperative with the girl officer.
Fix them once you sit in the car. I will not. Come on. I don't want you. Sit back. Sit back. Come on. Otherwise, pepper spray's going in your eyeballs. Come on, let's go.
Oh, wow. It was the girl officer who pepper sprayed her. She asked for a girl officer. The girl officer came over there. She was so uncooperative with the girl officer that the girl officer is the one who sprayed her. Wow. Shocking turn of events. Multiple black cops on the scene.
February returns to Seneca Park Zoo today for every adult ticket purchased up to 5 guests, ages 3 to 11.
There were multiple black cops there. Multiple black cops there. And they knew, I mean, what can you do? Somebody called the police. The girl's suicidal. Let her commit suicide? What would have happened if they let this girl commit suicide? If they let this girl go, can y'all tell me what would have happened if they would have let this girl go and she committed suicide? What would have been the story? What would have been the narrative? He said World War III. The cops came and was like, look, we can't deal with her. We out. And then the girl ended up committing suicide later on that. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the cash app, hit the PayPal, hit the super chat. What would have happened? This little girl would have went on and committed suicide. Man, talk about it. Well, here's the key. Here's the good thing. Here's the good thing. I'm going to give y'all some encouraging news. I'm going to give y'all some real encouraging news, man. All right, guys. So, there's 17,985 police departments in this country. Like right now. Like I'm in D.C., right? I crossed over the line. I'm in Hyattsville now. So yeah, Hyattsville police. If I go down the block a few, I'm gonna be in Tacoma. They have Tacoma police. If I keep going down the block a little bit, I'll be in Silver Spring. Silver Spring got their own police. If I just drive for like an hour straight, I'm gonna go through fucking at least 10 to 15 different police precincts. Just if I drive an hour straight, because there's so many little cities out here in the DC suburbs. So, the good news is that in the other 17,984 police precincts, a child was not handcuffed today. For yesterday. So, this whole, we need to change something. We need to change everything. I think we need to hold off on changing everything. Because there were 17,984 police precincts or departments where no child was handcuffed yesterday. They not riding, because I'm telling you, this story, if this story would have happened when Trump was in office, if all the stories you just seen in the last week, Chad Wheeler, this one, the girl getting slammed in Florida I think that was North Carolina, wherever that was, the girl getting slammed by the school resource officer. If any of this would have happened during Trump, it would have been riots. The reason it's not going to riot because Black Lives Matter not going to send protesters to Rochester. You do know that the people of Rochester it's not them that's going to be rioting. It's going to be people sent to Rochester to organize it. Yeah, the people of Rochester will come and join the riot, but the riot and the protest and all the demonstrations that serve as cover for the riot, because first they got to demonstrate and they got to get a bunch of people out there and protest, and then the looters come in behind that. But Black Lives Matter's not sending 100, 200 paid protesters to Rochester. Biden's in office. That's a black woman-led organization, Black Lives Matter. They got their man in office. They're not gonna sit here and fucking, they don't care about you niggas no more. Salute. Hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App, hit that Super Chat. Yeah, 2024, that's the next time you gonna hear. We got 17,985 police departments in this country. And they talk about we got to change something because one of them, a little girl got handcuffed yesterday. Do you understand how retarded that is? Do you understand how retarded that is? And then they got She's 9 trending. Salute, LF. Salute. Yeah, Ock Nation. You asked for the nightly news to come back. We back. Salute, LF. Y'all asked for the nightly news to come back, we back. So they got She's 9 trending. This woman says, all I can think of is that's my daughter is 9. Yeah, but would your daughter be acting like that? Why don't we ever think about that? When a nigga get killed by a cop, that could have been me. No, it couldn't have. Nigga, you wouldn't have beat up 2 cops and stole their taser and shot them with it. I had a bunch of niggas that would not beat up the cops, take the taser and shoot them with it. Talking about something. Rashard Brooks could have been me. No, the hell he couldn't have. That couldn't have been you. I know you, my dude. You ain't built like that. You not gonna beat up 2 cops, take the taser and shoot one of them with it. We went to elementary school together. You're not that guy. Man, Rashard Brooks could have been me, man. Nah, my nigga, you're not that guy. Stop it. Stop it. He said Joseph Raheem back. And all these liberals, all these white liberals on Twitter got all the answers. They terrified the black people. They terrified the black people. But yet they got all the answers when it's a cop involved. Sending police as first responders to mental health crises is a proven recipe for disaster. Not if the person cooperates. Not if the person listens to simple commands. She would have never been touched if she would have stopped. When they asked her to stop, if she would have stopped and they would have talked to her, they would have been like, yeah, your parents called, your guardians called the police. They called us to come down here because they say you're suicidal. What's going on? Her inability to follow simple commands escalated it from one step, then escalated it to the next step and kept escalating it. This situation escalated from her inability to follow simple commands. And she's a child, so I'll give her a break. She's a child. You know, she's 9 years old, whatever. You know, I'm not going to sit here and beat up a child as far as, you know, their inability to follow simple commands. But we learned that none of them can follow simple commands. Salute, bro. Yeah, BLM is only to make Republican presidents look racist. They don't care. I guarantee you, BLM won't send 100 paid protesters here. I guarantee you, BLM won't send 100 paid protesters to Rochester to loot and burn down the city. I guarantee you they won't, because we know they did it before, like somebody said, for Daniel Prude. They did it before for Daniel Prude. They sent hundreds of paid protesters to Rochester just a few months ago when Daniel Prude was high off PCP running around naked. And then when the cops came, he started spitting on the cops. They put a spit bag over his head, put him in the back of the squad car and drove him to the hospital. He died in the hospital a week later. How many of y'all knew that guy Daniel Prude died a week later? He didn't die that night. He died a week later in the hospital. Hit one if you knew that. If you knew that Daniel Prue died a week later. Look at this, the killing of Daniel Prue. Even though he didn't die that night, he died a week after the cops, after he was high off PCP, running around the streets naked. And his family called the police on him. And when the police came, he started spitting on the cops. So the cops put a spit bag over his head. He OD'd on PCP. They took him to the hospital. And he died a week later. And they talking about some damn... And he wasn't even from Rochester. He was from Chicago. He was from Chicago, and he had just showed up in Rochester in a few weeks earlier to stay with some family. He was not from Rochester. And Black Lives Matter sent hundreds and hundreds of protesters. And look at the date he died. He died March 23rd. But the protest didn't happen until, I think the protest happened in September. And look at this. Look at this line. They say he was suffering from a mental health episode after ingesting PCP. No. He was high off PCP. He had no mental health episode. So now smoking PCP is a mental health episode. You see how tricky it get with these liberals? Now smoking PCP is a mental health episode. And you gotta send some poor social worker to deal with some dude high off PCP. Good luck with that. But yeah, Black Lives Matter not about to send no hundreds of protesters to Rochester to deal with this. Black Lives Matter is not about to send a whole bunch of protesters to Rochester. The election is over, man. Look at this white woman who's terrified of blacks. She's probably terrified, probably horrified of black people. Only black person she would even deal with is like a basketball player or an actor or something that's trying to date her. Listen to what she says. Do not correct my language and tell me to use police reform. I said what I said. So she calling for violence. Look at this one, y'all. Look at this one, y'all. I feel so bad for her. They could have just picked her up and hugged her. They should have just gave her a hug. That would have solved everything. Well, if all she needed was a hug, why did her family call the cops? Did you ever think of that? If all she needed was a hug, why did her family not hug her, but call the cops? Because all she needed was a hug. Interesting. All these pie in the sky liberals that are terrified of black people on Twitter virtue signaling. Now, mind you, these black people live in places where people get shot every day. Every night, 10, 15 people get shot. Little girls sitting in their fucking room get shot through the window. Bullets just flying through the window, killing little kids left and right. I want you to remember that when you read these tweets of these black people. I address the white people, but I'm going to address the black people now. The black people you're seeing on Twitter talking all this pie in the sky shit, all this, they can't believe this. Their sensibilities, their virgin sensibilities have been forever ruined. They're traumatized by seeing this video. All these black people live in places where little kids can't even go to the playground without getting shot. Well, little kids can't even play in a house without bullets flying through the drywall and through the window. I want you to remember that while you're reading these black people and their virgin sensibilities on Twitter and their traumatization over watching this video of this girl. This one says, I found this very disturbing and not okay. She was only 9 years old, crying, screaming for her dad, and of course the police officers chose the wrong way to handle the situation. They were wrong for pepper spraying her, and it's not acceptable. Okay? This one says, it just keeps happening and nothing ever seems to change. And we sink even deeper into this hole. It just keeps happening and nothing ever changes. And the logical thing a person would do would say, okay, when was the last time a 9-year-old girl was handcuffed? Send me 10 articles of 9-year-old girls being handcuffed yesterday. Because remember, you gotta remember, we gotta do this right, man. Remember, there are 17,985 different police departments, jurisdictions in this country. You saw the liberal just said, this keeps happening. Okay. So, I want to play a game. What would be a reasonable number of 9-year-old girls getting handcuffed each day if there's 17,985 police departments? For us to be in a crisis. We have a crisis of 9-year-old girls being handcuffed. Out of these 17,985 departments, how many do you think would have to happen each day for us to be in crisis mode? Give me a number of how many times this would have to happen each day for us to be in crisis mode. Because it's a crisis now. Point 1.01. One a day in each agency. I think, yeah, that would be a crisis. One a day in each agency, which would be 34, which would be basically 36,000 9-year-olds handcuffed each day. I mean, 18,000, yeah, which would be one a day in each, one a day in each, one a day in each department would be 18,000 black girls handcuffed each day. But that's not what we're seeing. We saw one in Rochester without any context. Even if you don't have any context to the situation, if you just think the police road scene of little girl, 9-year-old girl playing double dutch, and they came over there and handcuffed her for no reason, just because she was black. Still, nothing needs to change. You said 387 black people so far on this year's gun memorial. Yeah, it's more than that. The gun memorial is only part of gun memorials and everybody. More black people than that have been murdered. The gun memorial is like the ones that they can get news stories about. Salute, Ramon. Salute, man. Let's see what this liberal says. So are we going to talk about the obviously abusive black mom that is instigating her daughter's breakdown? Fuck the police, but let's not act like black parents don't weaponize the same police force against their kids while simultaneously calling foul for brutality. Wow. This liberal went hard. She ain't invited to the cookout no more. Somebody just lost their invitation to the cookout, y'all. So are we going to talk about the obviously abusive black mom that is instigating her daughter's breakdown? Fuck the police, but let's not act like the black parents don't weaponize the same police force against their kids while simultaneously calling foul for brutality. Girl, you not going to no cookout, no potato salad for you. This one says, my heart goes out to this family that called the police on a 9-year-old. His heart goes out to a family that called the police on a 9-year-old. Okay. Yeah, man. So now, because of that, Buffalo and Rochester are just as racist as the South. Wow. Wow. Next time a child or even an adult threatens suicide, call an ambulance. Do not call the police. They will beat the F out of your child or relative or friend. Never call the police. That's easy for you to say, white woman. Some white woman telling black people to never call the police. You don't live in Blackistan. White lady, you don't live in Blackistan. There's a bunch of white liberals online telling black people to not call the police. Meanwhile, whenever these cities get gentrified, what do these white people do when they gentrify these cities? When they move into these homes, into these neighborhoods? What's the first thing white people do? Now this woman right here, she says she's 9 and not one of those assholes thought, we should call in someone trained to de-escalate child in distress. Yeah, but the child has to listen to commands. If you bring in somebody who's trained to de-escalate, right? And the child doesn't listen to them. Because remember, the child, she asked for a girl officer. She said, give me a girl officer. I want a girl officer. Boom. Within 2 seconds, a girl officer appeared and said, I'm right here. 2 minutes later, that same girl officer pepper sprayed her. Hit the like button, hit the super chat, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. Share these videos. The 9-year-old girl said, give me a girl officer. Within 2 seconds, a girl officer appeared. 2 minutes later, that same girl officer pepper sprayed her. But you gonna send some magical de-escalation expert and they gonna fix everything. Yeah, these white liberals, they got it all figured out. Now, mind you, this black woman probably lives in a city where 2, 3, 4, 500 people got murdered. Where hundreds of kids get shot every year just playing on the playground or playing outside or playing in front of the house. This black woman lives in a city where black women can't even go to the liquor store to get a bottle of wine without getting harassed and beat up. Listen to what she says about this. I'm literally sitting here crying for her. I couldn't watch the entire video. Right. And she won't say nothing about all the bodies dropping in her neighborhood. These sisters are terrible. They don't say nothing about all the kids that get shot playing outside. Then they see a video like this and they crying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Really interested to see what Joe Biden will say about the recent events regarding She's 9. Hashtag She's 9. It will be interesting to see how a competent president reacts. First of all, presidents shouldn't speak on this. This is a local news story. This is a local news story. The president would be foolish to speak on this. Because once you speak on this, where do you stop? Where does it stop? If you speak on this, When does it stop? When does it stop? If you speak on this. He said he'll circle back to it. Right. Well, conservative Twitter is waiting. Conservative Twitter is waiting for a response from you, President. Police need to be held accountable for hurting and killing black children. Because, yeah, that's what's happening out here. The people killing black children are police. That's who's killing the black children out here. Joe ain't speaking on this, man. Listen. Joe ain't gonna have to speak on this. Only reason Joe would have to speak on this is if it's a riot in Rochester, unrest. If there's civil unrest, there will be no civil unrest in Rochester because Black Lives Matter will not fly in a bunch of paid protesters. Paid peaceful protesters. That's what's been happening all across the country. Black Lives Matter has been flying in paid peaceful protesters to these cities where these things happen, and they organize all the destruction. And Black Lives Matter is off the clock. They taking a break, man. They worked so hard to get Joe Biden elected. Give him a break, man. They taking a break. Man, let me get out of here, man. Like, subscribe, donate, peace. I'm out. The nightly news is back. We back, y'all. The nightly news is back, so make sure you hit that, make sure you hit that PayPal, hit that Super Chat, hit that Cash App, and make sure you hit that, that button. That's that notification button. Hit that notification button so you be notified when I go live. Peace. I'm out.